All right, there's a first time for everything. This is my first time doing a video and with a listing that is almost 100 years old. So this is exciting today. We're gonna do something a little bit new. We're gonna showcase one of my listings, but I don't normally do this with my listings, but I wanted to today because this is really, really special house. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in New Smyrna Beach, Florida, you've come to the right place. My name is Matt Ecoff. I'm a local real estate expert. I'm joined by my wife, Rachel Ecoff, which is behind the camera today. And we're here to share everything from the hottest neighborhoods to the best places around town. Listen, we get phone calls, emails, text messages, Zoom invites every day from people just like you wanting to move to the beach. So whether you want to move in 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to help you move to the beach. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe so you get all notifications and updates about everything there is to know about living in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Now today we are on Oakwood Avenue. Oakwood Avenue is a super, super quaint, nice street in New Smyrna Beach in Central Beach. So average median home in Central Beach was $857,000 last year. This house is priced underneath that at $749,000. Central Beach, we've talked about it before, is 0.9 miles long and 0.9 miles wide. It's known for high rental and a lot of redevelopment. The rental restrictions at Central Beach are null. So North Beach, it's a long-term rental only. Beachside South, it changes depending on the area. But Central Beach is great for rental income, which is what these owners currently do right now. But this street specifically is such a quaint street. There are houses from the 20s and 30s and 40s along this street. It is about 50 steps to Flagler Avenue right here to my north, which we'll walk on in just a second. And then we're about 600 steps to the ocean at the end of this road right here. So primo location. People, like I said, that live here, they live here part-time, are selling. They live in Connecticut and they rent the rest of the year. So let me talk about this for a second. This is an old school classic house, again, 1932. But I want to show you something. It was a Sears home, which is really, really, really cool. They built two of them at the exact same time. And this house next door was a mirroring version of it. Except you can see that this one's completely renovated. They also bought the lot next door, so they were able to add a mother-in-law suite and a garage area. But this is an identical house next door to this one, so you can see what the potential is if you don't have that kind of eye for yourself. Oversized lot, the bushes are planted to look like some waves. They've taken, there's a lot of consideration into this. They're not trimmed right now, but they kind of look like waves. But let's take a look inside and see what 1936 looks like, because honestly, a lot of this house is original. Front porch, screened in, great for mosquitoes and for no-see-em not coming in the area. It's really, really nice. It can be closed in if you wanted it to. But this is just classic. This is just classic beach. You got the breeze, you got the wind. So great area up here. And then let's come in. Let's look at all the little features and stuff too. Original doorknobs, 1936. I want to focus on the floors too. Original pine, 1936 pine. Not a big house. It's 905 square feet, two bedroom and one bath. It was built in 1932, so it's got some things that need to be done, but it is cute. This house comes fully furnished. Not a lot of houses in New Smyrna Beach come fully furnished. A lot of condos do, but houses do not, but they use this as rental. And everybody knows that renters don't take care of stuff as good as the owner takes care of it. So I like the fact that they're selling it furnished. I think it's a good idea because they have rentals coming in. This place right here brings in $3,200 a month. Again, there are no rental restrictions in Central Beach, but they prefer to do long-term rental. And in fact, I had to accommodate the people that were in here, the renters, when I got the listing. They've been renting here for 17 years, for 6 months at a time, and I had to find them, unfortunately, another place to start renting because we're selling the place. So let's take a look at, I can't really call primary or not primary, so let's just look at bedroom number one. Not real huge. It's enough to fit a full bed in. It's got a decent sized closet. Look in here. Yeah, decent sized closet. Nothing spectacular. Again, it's an old house. But honestly, unless you're living here full time, even if you're living here full time, how much time are you spending in your bedroom? Really? But if you're just a vacation house or you're living in New Smyrna Beach, I don't know a lot of people that are gonna be hanging out in the bedroom other than to sleep. So let's come into the second area. This was the kitchen space and a small bathroom before, and then the second bedroom here, because all this back here is an add-on. So we'll talk about that in just a second. One thing I want to point out too is this is an upflow air conditioning system that's in here. So all the vents and everything are on the ground. They're not on the ceiling. There is a basement in this house. It's the only basement that I know of that's in New Smyrna Beach, which is amazing. Again, it's a 1932 home, so it's almost 100 years old. And so the air comes up. The air conditioning system is super, super, super high efficient. It's a Dave Lennox signature collection. It's an extremely expensive AC system. In fact, the renovations that they just did on this home was about $100,000. They changed out the roof. They changed out the air conditioning system with a super high efficient air conditioning system. They redid all the electrical, including putting a new electrical panel in, which is very, very expensive, and a meter outside. They put a tankless water heater in. They added a kitchen, added a bathroom, added a laundry room, and added an outdoor shower. So let's talk about bedroom number 2. Again, another just quaint size room. There's a closet back here. Love the doorknobs, love the original hardware. I think this is really cool stuff. You can find these places in New Smyrna Beach. They are still around. This is, this could be a redevelopment opportunity. I will tell you right now that this lot in this location, because of the size, it's 60 on the front by 115 deep, no, 165 deep, excuse me. This is a little bit oversized lot. This lot alone is worth $650,000. Easy, easy. So at a $749,000 price point, you're talking about you're paying 100 grand for a house with a detached garage with a great front porch. So let's go on to, okay, so we're in 1932 all in this area. Now we're stepping into 2025 in this area. They added this kitchen, which is amazing. I love the blue. I love the penny tile. I think everything about this is gorgeous. It's very beachy still. They did the light blue walls with the dark blue cabinets. I think it's phenomenal. Gas stove. And they built a space big enough, the refrigerator's original, but they built a space big enough that they could put a brand new refrigerator in here as well. And look at these cute ceiling fans. Look how cute they are. They're so tiny, but they produce a good amount of air. So we have laundry room here. Again, another add-on. Sink outside the bathroom, and then our full bathroom with a toilet and a shower, which again is a really beautiful add-on. They did a great job on the siding outside too to match it, which is not an easy thing when the siding and the color is from almost 100 years ago. So, all right, let's come out and go to the backyard and check out the back and the garage. Okay, watch your step. So the backyard doesn't look as big as it actually is because we have all this overgrown ferns. This cleared out. I'm sure that if we bought this house, Rachel would make me clear this out the first weekend. This would open up a lot of space back here. There's plenty of space to do a pool, plenty of space to do pergola or any kind of nice backyard space, but a great backyard space. And again, constant breeze because we're so close to the ocean. And this road is on the backside of Flagler Avenue. So these houses right here are literally on the backside of Flagler. So let's look over on this side real quick, just real fast, just to show extra space over here. And I only wanted to show this because if somebody were actually to buy this place and they were actually to tear the house down, I want to show how big the lot size is. So, but all new air conditioning over here, tankless water heater, outdoor shower, siding is all brand new on the add-on. So again, it's hard to match up, but you can look in the garage here, the siding versus the siding here, and they matched it up pretty well. All right, so let's do this fun part. This is the only basement I know of in New Smyrna Beach. But here's the thing. Yesterday, somebody came in and they told me that I was wrong, that there's another basement in New Smyrna Beach. It's on Riverside Drive, and right at the edge of New Smyrna Beach and Edgewater on Riverside Drive. And they said that there are facts and there are books and there are journals found out that Al Capone had a mistress that stayed there in that basement at this place, and she ran the bootlegging for his territory here. And what she would do is, because it was right across Riverside, right across from the Intercoastal, is they would wheel the barrels over, they'd wheel them down the stairs and they'd put them in the basement there and they'd hide them, the barrels of alcohol, and then they'd put them back up and then they'd roll the barrels and roll them in the water and let the water go down, and then the boat would take it out and they would take it out to the ocean. So pretty awesome freaking story. I don't know if it's true, I haven't verified it, but they told me it was a red brick house, and so I'm gonna get over there pretty soon and check it out. But this is the only basement that I know of that I've personally seen, and it is awesome. There's so much space. I don't know how much the camera is going to show of this, but there's so much space. Air conditioning system is hung. I mean, my wife could probably stand straight up. I cannot. Oh, she's coming in. She's testing the theory.
Okay. So I'm not super tall, obviously.
4'11".
I was going to say I'm just at 5 feet, but we'll go with that. I'm not hitting the ceiling, but, a child or somebody my size can stand up underneath this basement, and there is a ton of space down here. So storage for kayaks for bikes or for
Longboards.
any of your longboards, surfboards, your chairs, all your beach equipment, that can all fit under here, or just general storage and like for your house can fit under here. And it is bone dry.
Bone dry. I do want to show there is a line. You can see it right here. A water line. The owner said this was from Ian. So this is about 16 inches tall Ian we had in 2022, I believe, or maybe 23. I can't remember what year it was. It was the worst hurricane we've had in 20 years. Just dropped water, dropped water, dropped water. It only got up this high because there's a water line on the side. How amazing is that? There's still 4 foot of water that wasn't going to flood the house. That's amazing.
What I was going to say is one of the really great of this home, even though it is an older home and it is kind of a piece of history here in Smyrna Beach, is that your house is built up high. We're on elevated ground, and this house is not going anywhere, and it is not going to flood.
Those are all the things I was going to say. Didn't get to. But I can't keep doing this because I'm not 4'11", so I'm going to go out here and go back up the stairs. And let's look at the detached garage and a secret that we have in the garage.
Secret?
A fun secret. All right, detached garage, 220 square foot garage, single car. Check this cool thing out though. And I will tell you, and this is the first time I also said I was doing a video that I've never done before, and an experience. I've never gone through a house this old. I've never had a listing this old. We've never toured a house this old. I've never been offered a car when I sell the house, and the owners offered me this car. They said, hey, if you want this, it's a 1962 Beetle. If you want this when we sell it, you can have it. Now, I'm not a car person, but you hear these stories about these classic cars in the garages, and I got offered to have this for free when I sell the house. So
it could be yours.
It could be mine. I have no idea where I would store it and no idea how I'd fix it up.
Or if you want to make an offer on this house, you might get a car.
You could get a car. You could get a car. Yeah, that's a negotiating tool I have. But great space. So with what Rachel was talking about with the basement area, you can put tools and stuff like that down there and keep your beach stuff here, your beach chairs. I mean, basically how they have it right here, because they do use it for rental. They got their boogie boards, they got their chairs, they got their grill, they got their bike, things like that. You should have as a beach rental anyway. They're putting all this stuff here, and then they're shot back in the wheelbarrow and some of the construction stuff they have under the basement, which is great because you don't have an attic space, so you do need that extra storage down there. So, but I just wanted to show this great property. This is, again, it's classic beach home. We are literally 50 steps from Flagler Avenue, maybe 50 steps from me, probably 80 for Rachel because her legs are small, but literally 50 to 100 steps away from Flagler Avenue. We're 600 steps. The owner told me he actually walked it and counted it. So we're 600 steps to the ocean. We're in Central Beach. You are under median value at $559,000, which was the average home in Central Beach last year. So you're well under $100,000. And if you know anything about real estate, you don't want to be the most expensive house in the neighborhood. You want to be one of the cheapest houses in the neighborhood. So to come in, be able to purchase at this price and be one of the less expensive houses in Central Beach with an oversized lot, knowing that the lot alone is worth $650,000, is a really, really, really great deal, because redevelopment is huge in Central Beach. Not saying that this one needs it, because you want to keep some classic homes. So again, if you want to go back to the beginning of the video and you want to look and you need vision, this is the vision. This is the same house here that this house was. So, or if you like to leave it classic, you want a classic beach, stay this way. I mean, it doesn't need much. It needs some, exterior work, maybe paint and stuff like that. It doesn't have to have it, but this is a great house. Hurricane shutter is already built in, classic hurricane shutter. So this is phenomenal. I mean, this thing is really turnkey and ready to go, but I just love the classic feel. I love classic beach. All right, so let's go check out Flagler Avenue. Let's check out how close we are. Again, we're in Central Beach. We're 600 steps to the ocean. We're not that many steps to Flagler Avenue. We're right off Pine and Oakwood, which is one of the most classic streets in New Smyrna, in my opinion. We're right down on South Pine, and if we turn right here, we can see at the light Flagler Avenue. I mean, you are right here in the middle of everything. So if you want a central location at a really, really good price and a classic beach house with a front patio, detached garage, and a free 1962 Beetle, you have that here. We get phone calls, emails, text messages every day from people just like you want to move to the beach. So whether it's 2 days, 20 days, or 200 days, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to be your neighbor and help you move to the beach. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, ask me any questions that you want, because I'm always here to help. Talk to you later.